All right, we're back. We got the final segment here. Every sports show's got to have it. You got to talk about your locks of the week. You know, Boomer Carton, they do the la 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 lock it up. The Mike and Mike, they do the Stone Cold Lead Pipe locks. We don't have a name for it yet, but I'm going to give you my picks for this week. Before we get into it, I just want to tell you about my kind of overall theory going into this season. I think early on this year, you got to rely heavily on the unders for two main reasons. For one, no OTAs, shortened mini camp, shortened preseason. Some teams didn't start their starters at all in the fourth game. That affects an offense. So I think the offenses are going to be a little slower to get in sync, which will help the defenses out. And secondly, I think that the only time will tell about this new kickoff rule. I've seen some stats. Drives starting the 20 or in. The scoring goes down by 20-30% even. So I think you're going to see the scoring this season, especially early on, go way down. Now, looking at this week's spreads, I think Vegas has already got the same idea because there's a ton of games that are under 40 for an over-under, which is rare to see. But I still stick with the unders, and I picked two of them in my locks. And before I get into my three picks, I want to just start by talking about my knockout pool pick. I know a lot of people out there are into knockout pools. I went with New England, and it killed me to use New England up early. But I felt like I had to, and here's the reason why. For whatever reason, the pool I'm in, you have to have your pick in on Monday. And so I would have loved to have picked Houston, but at the time, Peyton Manning wasn't ruled out. So I said to myself, I'm not going to take that risk week one. I don't want to get knocked out week one. I'd be shocked if New England lost week one. Like I said, I think they're the team to beat in the AFC. They lose to Miami, and it's good for the Jets. So I think I'm going to win-win. So I went with New England, although if I were to be able to make a pick right now, I'd probably pick Houston. But let me get right into my three locks. These are my three picks of the week here. I love Atlanta at Chicago. Atlanta's only laying 3 points. I think it's because they're on the road, but Atlanta is such a better team than Chicago. I think people love betting on the home team, so they're saying, "Oh, I'm at home and I'm getting points. I'm going to take this." Don't buy into it. Take Atlanta. To me, of all the games you all right, bud? Well, all the games you're talking about with the spreads, Atlanta's the lock of the week. My other two picks are both over/under picks. Seattle at San Francisco. It's a very low over/under, 37.5. I'm still taking the under. I think that Seattle's offense is going to be atrocious. I think that they're not going to score anything, and I think San Francisco's offense ain't going to be much better with Alex Smith. So I think that you're looking at this game could be under 30, let alone 37.5. So I really like the under there. They're begging you to take the over with the 37.5, but don't buy into it. Take the under there. And then the last one with my Jets here. Dallas at the Jets. The over/under in this game's 40.5. You got Dallas. You got Tony Romo and all their explosiveness. You got all the hype with the Jets. The reason I'm taking the under in this game is just knowing the Jets well enough. They love settling for three. Especially early in games. That's just like their MO. Even they do it in the preseason, they do it all season long. They just they get down inside the 20 and they decide to go super conservative and kick a field goal. And what they do on defense is, and we saw it against the Giants, they bend and don't break. They give a lot of yards in between the 20s, but they stiffen up when they need to, and they keep people out of the end zone. So I see this as being another under. 40.5, that's an under. So my three locks, I got Atlanta laying the 3 points on the road in Chicago. I got the under in the Seattle-San Francisco game, which is 37.5. And I got the under in the Jets-Dallas game, 40.5. My knockout pool pick is New England over Miami. That's our show for the week. Hope you enjoyed it. Next week, maybe, possibly, I'll get some co-hosts. Maybe we'll get a studio. I don't know. Whatever. O's spending all our money doing God knows what. And Tony's on some cruise ship somewhere. So tune in next week. Hit us up on the message board. Email us, tristatesportsguys@gmail.com. Love to hear your comments. We'll see you next week with Tri-State Sports Guys.